One of the most attractive things about obtaining a second citizenship from the Caribbean is the remarkable passport power on offer. Caribbean passports give their holders visa-free access to the entire EU and the UK. Right now, all a Caribbean passport holder needs to do to get into Europe is book a plane ticket. They can then stay in Europe for up to 90 days before leaving. That is 3 months of uninterrupted residence in each 6-month period. Even when the European Travel Information Authorization System launches in 2024, Caribbean nationals can still access Europe with ease, as ETIAS processing time is between 10 to 48 hours and just costs €7. It's valid for as long as the holder's passport remains valid, or for 5 years, whichever comes sooner. Caribbean passports not only provide a hassle-free way to enter Europe, but a springboard that can allow one to build upon them and settle permanently. We explain how. The term immigration springboarding refers to the practice of obtaining a global mobility asset, either a residence permit or citizenship from one country, that will allow a person to get to a different country. For example, with a Grenadian or Turkish passport, you can eventually qualify for the US E2 visa, which is based on treaty countries, or Portuguese citizenship, that allows you to reside in Germany or Belgium as a citizen of the Union. While there are no specific immigration programs for Caribbean nationals in Europe, Caribbean passports do make it easier for people with limited access to take advantage of existing immigration channels, namely business incorporation immigration. By registering a business, a person can then apply for the business to become a sponsor, providing them a temporary residence permit, usually valid for 1 or 2 years. Getting a company registered as a sponsor requires the company to be active, and doing that on a 2-week Schengen visa is a daunting task. But doing so within the 90 days afforded by a Caribbean passport is much convenient. Also, a person can register their company as a Caribbean national, hence bypassing any financial restrictions or sanctions. In the case of Russians, for example, who face challenges opening a bank account in Europe with a Russian passport. Registering a company in Germany requires about €200, Finland €2,800, Greece requires about €5,400, and Belgium €6,850. A Caribbean passport through intelligent springboarding will not be heavy on the pockets. After living on a temporary residence for a specific amount of time, normally 5 years, investors can then switch to permanent residence, at which point they are no longer bound to their business and are on the pathway to citizenship. The idea of obtaining a Caribbean passport to create a pathway to Europe is much more than just visa-free access. Our consultants across the globe have years of experience successfully charting out our clients' mobility journeys. Leave a comment below for a consultation with one of our experts.